welcome back. So, the last time that I talked to you guys, I was wearing a really cute bikini that another van lifer gave me, and I thought that I would be on my way to a beautiful oasis of a hot springs. Turns out, that same day I got food poisoning. And that food poisoning turned into the stomach flu, and it has now been a week later. My coffee cup got smaller because my stomach hasn't really been helping. You know, it's not really liking the coffee situation. So, smaller cup, eating a lot more starchy foods, a lot of potatoes, a lot of rice. Just trying to get back onto schedule. And we are still here in Idaho. Today I woke up and I got a message from my friend who I was supposed to meet up a little bit more south, and we were gonna spend the week at this BLM campsite, and her check engine light came on, so now she's not showing up because now the mechanic has called out for the entire weekend and won't be back until Wednesday. So we're rethinking our entire plan. Oh, look at this. Oh, it's for sale. Oh, anybody want to swipe that QR code? There you go. Right there. Swipe that QR code, get some info. I like those windows. That thing is stacked. I like it. I've been finding these cute little libraries. I found a map online for this whole city, and that is how I've been finding my campsites for the night, is I've just been staying around every single little library around the city. And my thought process on that is, if an individual is open and willing enough to put books out on the side of the road for strangers to come and, you know, escape the world through books, they're not gonna mind somebody escaping realism in a van. That's my thought process. Well, good morning again. It turns out that little boost of energy I got, that lasted for a few hours, and then I went meow. So what I'm thinking is I'm gonna have to do more of a drastic change to get myself motivated. I have to just push myself and just go, because I have very little motivation in me after being sick, and being sick inside of a van is not fun. It's not great. It's not 10 out of 10, don't recommend. Okay, just our luck. It turned into hot springs weather really fast. Like, really fast. So, we're getting gas, and we're filling up water, and we're gonna go up the mountain. Yes, please. That's not that bad, actually. I haven't filled up gas in like a week because I've just been going in a circle around one area, and so I haven't. Oh, this thing takes forever. I'm shaky and freezing. We made it! My toes are freezing. It is 46 degrees here. So I might be busting out my heater because it is freezing, but look. We have to hike down there, and there's a hot spring somewhere, and we're gonna find it, but I need to go to the back doors and grab my muck boots and put on some thicker socks because I've just been rolling around in flip-flops and I don't need to get sick again. So that's the plan. I don't remember where I was, but I remember I was in Florida, and everybody was like, oh, you need some muck boots. I found these at the Goodwill. Oh, the receipt's right here. I found these at the Goodwill for $7.79. Can you see that? This is the fit. I have bogs, long socks, high-waisted bikini, a matching top that doesn't exactly match, but it works. And then the hot springs robe. I'm so glad that I decided to stay and come back down to the spring because I'm the only one in here. Woo! This is what I hate seeing, and this is why I always carry bags with me, because for some reason at hot springs you will collect trash. Literally, tons of it.
Around 2 years ago, I found a book called The Complete Guide to Idaho Hot Springs. Idaho. Yeah. There's over 130 soakable hot springs here, more than any other state. Large part of it is because of the Idaho Batholil. I can't pronounce that word. But it's 1,500 square miles of mountains created over millions of years by colliding tectonic plates. Rather than being heated directly by the active magma, as Yellowstone National Park is, the hot water here results from plate friction. Dozens and dozens of springs lie just off the highway, down trails, short or long, nestled in canyons, or built as hotel features.
You find the most random things at hot springs.
Over the last few years, these hot springs have become ideal for relaxation. Whether it's in a Japanese onsen or an improvised backwoods pool, a hot springs requires a soaker to do nothing but soak. You take off almost all your clothes, you stash away your phone, you sit and breathe and stare to whatever vista lies before you. Maybe you even sweat a little. It's yoga without stretching, meditation without meditating. It's all I crave these days. My goal is to visit these hot springs and travel along the complete loop that is known as the Hot Springs Loop of Idaho. I'm not going to be able to hit all 130 hot springs. That could potentially be impossible because my van won't make it to about half of them. But I have a list of 12.
Somehow the weather is really working for us right now. We are getting 205 watts in, 217 now. So we're banking in the solar, banking in the solar. I got the Wii Boost going. I was able to make some phone calls. I can't send a lot of messages for some reason, but that's cool. Magically, once the storm passed, I have service. Cha-ching! With the Wii Boost. You need the Wii Boost. I thought that was my van. We have the same color van. Is that your van? That's my van. How did you pick your color? Toyota picked it?
No, I picked it because I like the Toyota color.
Oh. Walking back from the hot springs, I thought I was walking up on my van. And guys, this is my van. That is not my van. But that's awesome, right? Jade, I've had the best day. The best day ever. Do you know that? Oh my gosh, I have so many stories to tell you guys. Stop. Before we lose all of the sun, I'm going to open up some snacks and I'm going to tell you about the people that I just met in the hot springs. For starters, That was amazing to find the same van. He's actually parked across the way at the campground. I'm not paying for a campground space. I'm gonna sit right here in this little pull off and I'm gonna call this home for tonight. And that's where we're at. We're just right here, Riverside. Beautiful spot. Love it. Don't need to move. Anyways, he gave me some very valuable information about where to find other T1Ns in a pick and pull because I need taillights. So now I have that information. However, there is a couple that I met in the hot springs that are traveling around the backcountry in a 2-seater plane. I showed him a couple of things because for some reason down at the hot springs, literally down the hill into the river, if I laid a certain way in the hot springs, I could capture service. And so I was showing them different editors to use and how to create vlogs for YouTube and how to upload them and the different processes to go through. They got my information, and when they finally get to a service area and they set it all up, they're gonna start posting some of the footage that I got to watch in the hot springs of them flying over some of the most gorgeous areas this country has to offer. I get so excited when I convince people to finally just do it, and then when they were like, oh wait, you're a vlogger? And I was like, yeah, I have a YouTube channel. They were like, how? How do we do this? We have all this footage, we have all of this stuff. And I'm like, little steps, do the baby steps with me. I made a weird chilaquiles, and I got my phone to watch Netflix. Yeah! Hopefully I can like go through the map and figure out where I'm going next. But for now, it is so cold, and it like the temperature is dropping now that the sun's going down. But this was a great adventure. I hope you guys enjoyed coming along, and I will definitely see you on the next one because I'm going on a hot springs adventure.